Is it possible for a biological weapon made from the genomes of multiple different species to exist naturally? No. But if we look at the defining traits of the Irex, we might be able to find a close substitute. A better question to ask may be, could evolution select for traits in an organism that would lead to a similar appearance to the Indominus Rex? And the answer might surprise you. In this vid, I'm going to try and come up with a plausible-ish explanation for the Indominus Rex and explain what choices I made and why in the context of a speculative scenario, because it's fun. First, we need to establish the defining features of the Indominus Rex that separate from other species. For the purposes of this video, I'll be limiting these to physical traits that would occur in the fossil record, since things like chromatophores, intelligence, and heat sensing are not easily found in the fossil record. Number 1. Grasping hands with large claws and roughly 4 fingers. The Indominus used these to great effect in the movie, and they also help distinguish the character from other theropods. 2. The Irex has osteoderms as well as scutes running down its body. Our hypothetical animal will require similar adaptations for us to get the desired movie monster / Jurassic Park aesthetic. Number 3. Quadrupedalism. Another trait that separates the Indominus from other species is the use of a quadrupedal stance. This will cause some problems for us, however, since there aren't any known theropods that were quadrupedal. 4. Head ornamentation. One of the most striking features of the Irex are the 2 horns above its brow. Our dinosaur won't be complete without them. Now that we have our 4 main traits to select for our hypothetical animal, we can look at a few animal families from the fossil record that match or partially match the description. When looking at potential candidates, we'll look for these 4 first, and if an animal doesn't have all 4, it can still be considered if it has a different trait that is similar to the Indominus Rex. Going first, I'll take an example from Proceratosauridae, the Eutyrannus. It has fairly long arms in addition to some head ornamentation, albeit mild, and while it does lack 4 fingers or quadrupedalism, I still believe the overall body plan is in line with the Indominus. Abelisaurids. Technically speaking, this group lacks the osteoderms, but some, such as Ceratosaurus, had similar features such as spikes along their backs, while others, like Carnotaurus, had large polygonal feature scales. They also have 4 fingers as well as the head crests, so I'd consider them a pretty close match, although the arms are a little short. More derived members, such as Carnotaurus once again, have been suggested to have been able to extend their jaws fairly far, kind of like a snake. Animals such as Rugops, Majungasaurus, and Abelisaurus also fit quite well. Before we move on, I'd like to credit Hayatoresco, I think that's how you pronounce it, as his video did influence my decisions to include some of these species here. Up next, Allosauridia. Most animals from this group already look fairly similar to the Indominus Rex, at least in terms of body plan, as well as the head ornamentation, along with strong arms and claws. In particular, Allosaurus has the ability to open its mouth pretty wide. This resulted in a lot of weird theories back in the day. You also have the Carcharodontosauridae included in this group, which are known for their size, crests, and often their shark-like teeth. Neovenator or Giganotosaurus make the most sense in my opinion, going off the crest shape and proportions in Neovenator's case, and the overall size and head shape in Giganotosaurus's. We also have Megaraptorids, the best overall group in terms of build. Arostion, Australovenator, or Maip all seem fairly promising to me. My only issue with them is the skulls recovered tend to be fairly narrow and don't show a lot of ornamentation, which is a little off from the animal that we're going for. But nonetheless, they still seem to have a pretty overall Indominus Rex-ish look. Fringe theories and ideas. While researching for this video, I found some more niche fauna along the way that I think deserve some love. Okay, I might butcher this pronunciation. Bear with me here. Piatnitskisaurus, from the family, well, Piatnitskisauridae. They have small crests, long arms, and scientists aren't too sure of their taxonomic relationship to other theropods, as I understand it, other than them likely being either basal allosaurids or a group of megalosaurids. To me, this seems really reminiscent of a hybrid, cladistically speaking, even if kinda only vaguely so. I just think they're neat and probably worth checking out. Possibly related to Piatnitskisauridae is Joannosaurus, a weird little dude with an equally uncertain placement in the theropod family tree. Also notable for having a fourth metacarpal and being theorized at one point to have been quadrupedal. This is no longer believed to be the case, but I still believed it deserved a mention here.
Rausuchidae. I know this is a stretch, but I think it could work really well, actually. Along with 4 fingers, osteoderms, and possibly facultative bipedalism, depending on which genus and species you're looking at. It really does give it an overall very similar appearance to the Indominus Rex. Some examples would be Prestasuchus, Postasuchus, and Facilosuchus. The one issue, however, is the lack of a head crest present in any of these, but certain modern crocodilians have keratinous coverings that vaguely resemble horns. A note should also be made of Silosaurs, a group of dinosaurs known for their quadrupedal stance. The most likely candidates, in my opinion, would be some kind of Megaraptor, a Carcharodontosaurid, or a Rausuchid from an alternate timeline that converged on a theropod body plan. That by far would explain everything far better than sticking with a typical dinosaur. Regardless of what family it's from, the Indominus Rex is going to have adaptations for a specific lifestyle in a specific environment. What that environment would look like or how it would function in it is anyone's guess. For now, I'll assume jungle. If our speculative Indominus has the ability to camouflage, this would most likely make it a very effective ambush predator in jungle areas. On the other hand, if we want to distance ourselves from the literal hybridization and attempt a more grounded approach, the animal's color and pattern might change with the seasons as we see in certain modern species. Either way, this would certainly give it an edge in hunting, which begs the question of what exactly the Indominus Rex would have been hunting and eating. In current depictions, it seems to go after anything it sees. My best guess would be based on its size that it eats sauropods, but I'm not sure I can give an answer I feel confident in at the moment. In the film, we also see it communicating with Owen's Raptor Squad, something it's able to do by being a hybrid. For our speculative version, I'll suggest it may have had a symbiotic relationship with certain smaller animals such as dromaeosaurids, perhaps similar to wolves and crows, or if not a symbiotic relationship, something more akin to what we see with polar bears sharing food occasionally with Arctic foxes. Of course, this is all just my opinion. If you guys want to see more from me, make sure to like, subscribe, and feel free to comment your thoughts down below. I'll see you guys in the next one.